Hi everyone, I'm Rhonda with the Stitch in Time Embroidery Designs, and what we're going to go over today is tips and tricks for hooping knit shirts, t-shirts, polo shirts, any kind of shirt that might be made of a stretchy fabric that you're a little apprehensive to embroider on or hoop. And we want to show you how we've been doing it for 27 years that we've been in business. We started out as an embroidery shop that embroidered for local businesses. We do have a few out of state businesses too, but it's mostly been local businesses that we've done shirts and caps and tote bags and jackets for with their company logos or school logos or organization logos. All of these years, we've actually done embroidery and screen printing. So I've got a lot of practice, a lot of mistakes, a lot of experience under my belt. And that's what I'm going to share with you tonight, how we do it so that we can get those shirts out quickly and as efficiently as possible. Um, with the least amount of expense so we can make a good profit and that our shirts come out perfect every time and that the customer's going to be happy with them because that's our main goal. So also 10 years ago we started selling our own embroidery designs. So the things that you see back there are some of our embroidery designs that we sell at a stitchandtimedesigns.com. So you can check that out there. And let me show you a few samples of t-shirts that I have here with me in my sewing room right now. We have this cute little alligator applique. This is one of our designs, so you can find that on our website. This is a design logo for a nearby school. We've worked with their PTA over the years on and off. And we really don't do a whole lot of that anymore. We mostly do business logos now, but for many years, we did a lot of school logos and we worked with the PTAs as on fundraisers. They would place orders for lots and lots of shirts and use them as a fundraiser for the school. So we stayed busy for a long time with that. This is another one of our designs. This one has Mylar behind the design, so it's really, really pretty and sparkly. This is another logo that we've done over the years. It's a little alligator, a Mardi Gras alligator for our local parade. We've done T-shirts with this and polo shirts with this. We used to do a lot of stuff with our local parade crew every year. This was my most recent T-shirt that I did when we were practicing the fringe. If some of you are in our embroidery group, in our Facebook group, and you saw that we have a few fringe designs, they're a lot of fun. The white really messes with the camera, so let me put that one off to the side. This is one we did. This one has Mylar in it also, but it might be a little hard to see because of that white. The camera just does not like white. So anyway, as you can see, those t-shirts look great. No puckers. They're fine. And I can tell you that if you learn how to hoop a t-shirt or a knit shirt, that you'll be able to do it just as quickly and easily as I can. It just takes a little bit of practice, like anything else, learning anything else. So I have two t-shirts ready to hoop over there, and I'm going to switch cameras. We will go over to the cutting table and I'll show you how easy it is to hoop a t-shirt. Okay, so I have a youth shirt right here. I think it's a youth small. And I wanted to remind you that we have these two documents that you can download and print out. They are located in the files section of our Facebook group. I'll put the link below if you're not a member of our Facebook group. But this is common placement measurements on bath towels and washcloths, pillowcases, shirt pockets, ties. The second sheet is shirt placement for adult and children's shirts. You can print that out. It has the measurements and gives you an idea of placement for whatever design that you're using. And then we have this other document that's all about hooping children's t-shirts, which we're going to do right now. And we're going to kind of go through this really quickly. I didn't print out a design that I want to stitch out, but if you have embroidery software and you can print out your design to use as like a template, you know, to lay on the shirt and see if you like the placement. We're just having imaginary design tonight because this tutorial is mostly about how to hoop a t-shirt. So we're not going to concentrate on the design or anything like that. I went ahead and made marking with a water-soluble pen, horizontal and vertical line where I want the center of my pretend design to be on here. I'm using this water-soluble pen from Madeira. And if you don't have a hooping board, an easy way to find the center of the shirt is to just fold it in half, match up the sides, iron a crease down the front, and there you have the exact center of your shirt that you can draw a line and then decide where the horizontal placement will be. This document will help you. That document will help you with all that. And you can go in there and print them out. They're free in there. So basically, I want the top of the design to be anywhere from 2 to 4 inches from the top of this neckline on this child's shirt. You want to make sure it's not too far down because you don't want it to fall on the stomach area. Then, of course, you're going to decide where the center of your design will be, and you're going to mark a horizontal line across that. You can use chalk, you can use a water-soluble pen. If you own a hooping board, which I do, I actually have 2 of them in here, it makes it a lot easier because you're basically going to decide where your hoop needs to go. The hoop attaches to the hooping board. You slide the t-shirt over the hooping board, and this will stay in place, and then you can just reach your hand under there and put the stabilizer down, and it's just a whole lot quicker, and you can do one shirt after another. So it does make it quick and easy. It is quite an expense if you're just doing this at home for fun, but if you start doing it where you want to make a little bit money with it, I would suggest a hooping board. Now for t-shirts, I use either 2 layers of this poly mesh cutaway. It's really thin, so if you have a design that is not really dense and not a whole lot of stitches, this works perfectly. I also use this if I'm doing a white t-shirt because it's not as visible from the front side. It's a sheer, more sheer stabilizer, and so that's what we would use on a white t-shirt. If you have a heavier t-shirt, you can use a regular cutaway. This is a regular cutaway stabilizer. It's about a 2.5 ounce. I think I have a big roll of it right here somewhere. I can show you. I do buy it in big rolls because we embroider a lot of shirts in here. So this is a 2.5 ounce stabilizer. You can see I have it in a 20-inch roll here from Madeira, USA. But we're just going to use this stabilizer tonight. So let me show you how quick and easy this is. Okay, you're going to set your hoop first. So this does take a minute. If you have a bunch of shirts that you're going to embroider, they're all the same weight or about the same weight. This is a great way to do it because you'll just use the same hoop over and over, and you won't mess with this screw part at all anymore. But basically what we want to do is we want to have enough of a gap between the inner hoop and the outer hoop that it will fit the shirt and the stabilizer that we're using and not be super tight. We don't want it too tight and we don't want it too loose, so we can kind of set our screw before we start, before we, get it in place. And the purpose of that is because you don't want to have to tighten this screw after you get the shirt. You just want to have it where it fits perfectly, and you just pop down the top of that hoop in place. You don't want to ever tighten the screw after. So what we're going to do is just put our stabilizer centered over our hoop and lay our shirt down. And this is not where we're going to hoop. We're just this is a practice hoop. And we're going to pop it down and see if it's set. If it's not too hard to pop down and it's not too loose, It's perfect. That's all you want. So we have it. We have the screw set on our hoop just fine. So now we're going to take it and we're going to move the hoop up to where it is in the center or about there of this crosshair that we drew, and you can see the hoop underneath there, that we drew on this shirt. And then we're going to take the 2 layers and we're going to work it underneath there too to where it is on top of that hoop underneath. And we want to, I always cut my stabilizer a good bit bigger than the hoop if I'm hooping by hand, especially like this if I'm not using a hooping board and I have to finagle the shirt a little bit, because that way I know it's gonna, you know, be covered all the way in the back like it's supposed to, be nice and tight. Okay, here's the whole secret, you guys. That's it. Get your hoop in place. Get the stabilizer on top. Spread this out. We don't want to pull on it or anything. We just want to make sure it's nice and smooth. And then we're going to put our top on. It looks like I have it in the right place. I might move it up just a tiny bit because we want these notches to match with the line I drew across here, and these notches to match with the vertical line, and we're just going to press it down. My shirt is hooped. That's it. It's not a big scary thing. Then just press it down a little bit more to make sure it's hooped flat. And look at that. I don't want to pull on this net. That's where the mistake is. If your hoop is way too tight, you know, you might be struggling with it a little bit. You want to have that screw set to where you can just pop it down like I did. Easy peasy, no problem. Let me show you the inside. So I have stabilizer on all 4 sides. That's out, and it's pretty nice and tight, and that's it. My shirt is ready to go. I'm just gonna like turn it like this to where I've flipped all of the shirt to the front side. I'm gonna make a little hole in it like that. I can tape this or pin it. Usually I just stand there and watch it, honestly. I do have a commercial machine that's a multi-needle, so when I'm doing a lot of shirts, that's where they get embroidered, on the multi-needle, where the shirt's hanging underneath, and I don't have to worry about this, but I want to show you how to do it on a single needle. So then you just bring it over to the machine and load it into the machine and embroider your design. But I just wanted to show you that if you learn to hoop, it is so easy and so quick, and I've slowed down a lot just to show you guys this. But on a normal day when I'm hooping shirts, this whole process takes seconds, and my shirt is ready to go. I know when it comes off the machine, it's going to look great. There's not going to be any issues with it. Let me see. I'll grab one of these little shirts and show you. You can see how there's no puckers around this design. This design was hooped the same way, except I had the hoop going the long way, so that will fit in there. I did not use fusible. I did not use pins or spray or anything like that that's going to slow me down at all. And you can see how nice these shirts come out. I've actually never used pins or spray or any of those things like that when I'm hooping a shirt. I really don't like fusible on the back of a shirt because if you don't get it off after, it kind of makes the shirt feel like it's got cardboard or something behind it or something really stiff, and I don't like that. I like embroidered shirts to stay soft and flowy, and that's why I like to do this. Plus, it's just so much quicker. Now, one more thing I want to cover in here. I think I have a video about that, but I'm not sure. We only left this hoop a few minutes, so it shouldn't be too bad anyway. But I know a lot of you don't hoop shirts because somebody went and named this Hoop Burn. Doesn't burn your shirt. That's a terrible name, and it just scares people to death. It is not a permanent thing on your shirt. Now, it could be on some things leather. You don't want to hoop leather. There are some items that you don't want to hoop because it will crush it permanently. But this is just a cotton t-shirt. All this did was just kind of smash down the fibers of the shirt. If you throw this in the washing machine or you just leave it sit for a while, when those fibers relax, you're not going to see that anymore. But in case it bothers you, just get a spray bottle with water. You don't need starch, you don't need wrinkle relaxer, you don't need anything. You just spritz it with a little bit of water and check that out. It's gone. It just relaxed the fibers. The shirt's gonna dry and it will be just fine and your shirt will look great. So those are my tips and tricks for hooping t-shirts. I hope that I took some of the fear out of it for you, and you can see that with a little bit of practice, just grab an old t-shirt, grab some stabilizer, and just practice a little bit, and you'll see how easy it is. And I promise this will be lots more fun and a lot less stress for you. So hope you enjoyed the video. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.